It's the same thing all over again. Another disappointing performance and 2 points lost. It looks like it's a new year but the same United. Just like last match, there was no conviction in front of goal and the team honestly never looked like they were ever going to trouble Fulham and didn't look like scoring. The match started though with a bright 10-minute period where Cunha was attacking the goal, and even at one point Bayindir almost assisted him. Yes, the goalkeeper found him through a quite incredible pinpoint goal kick, and it was surprising. And although Cunha got the touch and controlled it, got the shot off, but it was just at Leno, so nothing came off of it. But ever since then, it was all downhill from there. Bruno ended up missing a penalty, which I know you don't expect it from Bruno. He's known for bearing penalties, but he decided to sky it. And at that point, you're just thinking the ball looked more like hitting a plane than hitting the back of the goal. And that was it. Apart from that, I can't think of a single clear-cut chance where United looked like scoring. Mbeumo was lively, but again, like last match, no end product. Nothing to trouble the defense of Fulham, and it's just frustrating. I don't really have much else to say. It's just nothing happened in this game. It was a very horrible game to watch from all angles. United did manage to score with, well, it seemed like it was going to be a Euro goal, but now has been chalked out as an own goal by Muniz in the 58th minute from a, I believe it was an Mbeumo corner. So yeah, Mbeumo did contribute to it. So, but after that, at that point, you thought United would have more chances and push on, as Fulham would possibly try to attack more. But instead, Fulham did attack and then got an equalizer through Emil Smith-Rowe through an Alex Iwobi cross. And yeah, and since that point, nothing happened. Amorim tried his tactical genius method of bringing Maguire on. I mean, at that point, you might as well start him as a striker. I have nothing against Harry Maguire. I do like him as a player. And I do think he's a threat in the box. And he did almost score, by the way. But what is this? What is your, oh, I want to stick to my tactics, oh, the formation, this and that. And then almost every match or every other match, it seems, from last season, you end up relying on Maguire, bringing him on, not even as a defender. Like, he's put as a defender, but we all know he's there to be an auxiliary striker or the target man. Even with Sesko on, by the way, the players don't even care Sesko's there. They're all looking for Maguire. So what is this tactic? Like, why don't you start with it? And even if you don't start with it, why don't you go with it early on? But no, we're gonna wait till the last 10 minutes and bring him on every single match. What's the point in that? There's no point. I know people will still criticize Bayindir and say he was shaky in corners, which maybe he was, but at the same time, the Fulham team were targeting him, as I assume a lot of other teams will throughout the season if he plays, but they were targeting him, and honestly, like last match, it was still a foul. He didn't fall down, which I guess you can say to his credit or discredit depending on how you see it. Maybe if he falls down, he gets a free kick there, but he didn't concede. He still tries to get the ball off. Like, it's not like he's being impeded and he just stops. He still tries, and while it was quite close, they didn't end up scoring, but it is a worry. And there was another time when they attacked him from the corner, and well, luckily no Fulham player connected with it, but he was in two minds going back and forth. But you can see that he was trying to adjust himself. And when I first saw it, I was like, why is this guy going back and forth? But when I saw the side profile and the slow motion, I'm like, okay, he's trying to readjust himself as he's following the ball. It looks very awkward, but I think he did the right thing. So I wouldn't criticize him for that moment, but if you see it first time, it looks like he's just messing things up. And apart from that, I think he was fine. He was probably one of the better players. I know you can argue for the goal that they scored for equalizer, he could have done better because it was near post, but it was more of a defensive error than a Bayindir error. He was trying to read the ball, and he didn't think that Emil Smith-Rowe will just randomly pop up. I think he, as well as everyone else, thought he was just coming towards him. The ball's led off through, honestly, I think it was both Bruno and Delo's fault. And then the defense looked in shambles. They didn't know what was happening, so it was inevitable to happen. And yep, that was the game. After that, nothing really happened. It was just a bunch of long ball trying to find Maguire, and another disappointing performance. Sesko did make an appearance, and I mean, he didn't contribute anything meaningful, but he did have nice touches, so that's something. Kodia was probably the best player, but again, didn't score, so it's a wasted chance. I feel like a lot of people are praising him, which, you know, it looks good when he's performing on the pitch. He has good touches, he's getting on at the defense, and he's dribbling, spinning defenders, all of that, but at the end of the day, if you don't have any end product, it doesn't matter. We had players before throughout the past, whether it be at periods or throughout their entire time in United. I mean, even Rashford and Martial, people got frustrated and they're like, they don't score, there's no end product. And I feel like it's the same old thing. And so far, there hasn't been any end products through Konya, so we'll have to wait and see. It's very early days, so I'm not going to criticize him, but it just feels like the same. The only good thing about Konya versus, let's say, Rashford is Rashford was literally running into defenders. He wasn't really dribbling past them. Konya is. But he needs to find his end product, as does Mbumo and the rest of the team. Disappointing result. Ultimately, even though Euro headed it towards the goal, it was an own goal, so we didn't even score. A very disappointing performance. I don't really have anything else to say. There's no tactical analysis here. There's no point in it. Also, Bassi was part of pretty much all the play that was good or bad. And I saw the post-match interview with him, and he was complaining about, the penalty that was given against him was soft, but he literally dragged Mount from the side and onto the floor. It's like, what do you mean it's soft? You dragged the player on, and then he was complaining about Euro for the United goal that he pushed him, and it's like a light push, and he's complaining about that, but you dragging a player to the ground is fine. That's great. Yeah. Disappointing day, disappointing result. Nothing else to say.